Hey everyone, welcome back to this channel. Big news in gaming, Electronic Arts has officially agreed to be taken private in a $55 billion buyout. This is one of the biggest shakeups we've seen in years. But today, I want to focus on what this means for BioWare, the studio behind Dragon Age and Mass Effect. Will this deal save them, sideline them, or set them up for a comeback? Let's break it down. Let's look at where BioWare stands. Last year we got Dragon Age the Veilguard. It launched okay, I liked it, decent reviews, passionate fan base, but it didn't pull the massive numbers EA hoped for. Post-launch, support was scaled back almost immediately. The studio itself has shrunk significantly down to under 100 core staff. Many developers were shifted elsewhere in EA. And Anthem?
How dare you!
That experiment officially ends in early 2026 when the servers shut down. So right now, BioWare is in a fragile spot. Their big bet is Mass Effect 5, the game that could decide whether the studio grows again or becomes just a support team under EA. So how does this giant buyout affect them? EA is now owned by a group led by Saudi Arabia's Public Investment Fund and private equity partners. That means fewer public shareholders and less day-to-day scrutiny, but also more centralized control over what gets funded. Historically, after a big takeover like this, companies lean into their most reliable franchises. For EA, that means sports, shooters, and live service titles. Unfortunately, single-player RPGs like Dragon Age and Mass Effect might be seen as riskier investments, and that's where my concern is. Some fans worry about cultural pressures like whether representation, romance options, or darker storytelling could be watered down. Nothing official has been announced, but it's something to keep an eye on. So while BioWare might get more breathing room outside the stock market, they're also under pressure to prove they can still deliver blockbuster hits. Now, this is where things get tricky. If Mass Effect stumbles, BioWare could lose even more staff or be merged into other EA teams. Will the studio be allowed to tell bold, character-driven stories, or will they be pushed into safer, broader content? With uncertainty hanging over them, it's possible even veteran developers could walk away, and BioWare's magic has always come from its people. But it's not all bad news. There are some potential upsides too. Going private could actually mean less focus on short-term profits, giving BioWare more time to finish Mass Effect 5 properly. Even if they're smaller, BioWare is still a name that carries weight. EA's new owners might want to keep them as a crown jewel studio to show they're serious about narrative games. If Mass Effect 5 lands big, the way Mass Effect 2 once did, BioWare could reclaim its reputation and earn itself years of support. Here's what I'll be watching closely. Does BioWare hire more staff or keep shrinking? What kind of tone and themes show up in the next Mass Effect teasers? And does EA talk about BioWare as a long-term investment or just as one game away from a cut? So, is BioWare on the edge of a renaissance or the edge of extinction? It really comes down to Mass Effect 5. I want to hear from you. Are you optimistic or worried about BioWare's future? Drop a comment, hit like if you enjoyed this breakdown, and subscribe for more deep dives into gaming's bigger stories. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.